Oasis has a tool for tracking problem orders, and it's pretty easy to use. And one thing to note is this is purely for customer service. It's simply to provide information to everybody working at the same company, at your company, just so you can do customer service and know what's going on these complex jobs that come up. So if I go to the Orders tab, look up the PO I'm working with, and there's this Problems tab over here. So what I can do is add a new problem. Okay, so I add something in. By the way, you can change who you're working with here. So if someone else basically was working with the customer, this is, by the way, it would be your list of people that work for you, your salespeople. And if they're getting talked to by your customer, then you just put your salesperson in here and then hit OK. And here you can identify who your customer was who your salesperson was talking to there. So now Kyle was talking with Mr. Long Silver, and whatever's wrong with the job or whatever, we just added in there. Now what this does is a number of things. By the way, you can add another problem by just clicking new problem. That would be a separate independent problem, maybe a freight issue. Now if I save and close out of here, go to the home screen, under the Problem Jobs tab or Problem POs tab, there's where my PO number is. So I can click on that and immediately you'll see the red problem tab indicating something's wrong with the notes on there. Obviously, any way I get into the order, I'm going to see that Problems PO tab. Again, identifying any issues so we can service the customer better. If I go to the Orders tab now, I also have Problem Orders, and it'll show everything in here, or I can basically say My Orders Only and click Problem Orders, and I'll just see mine. I have all three problem orders in here right now. You would just see yours if that was selected. Okay, go back into the Problem PO again, and I can add a follow-up to it. Just simply follow up and say sent RMA to factory. I'm doing this. Just hit OK and identify who it was I sent it to. So that's who my contact is at the factory, and that's it. I basically have added one more element to this, and anybody who gets questioned by the customer, they have the same information I do at this point, simply by opening it up, taking a look at the Problems tab, and servicing the customer properly. Now, once the factory goes through the process of collecting the RMA and processing it and sending out the replacement product, what I can do is add a follow-up in here and say, okay, shipped replacement product, whatever. And as soon as I consider it resolved, I can click resolved, hit OK. And I like to identify who at the customer's place said it was okay. And that's it, we're done. We can add more follow-ups later if this were to come back out and not, again, be another defective product or added as another problem to the job. But the main thing is now that it's resolved, hit OK. It is off my list of problem orders, and that is how you do problem orders